Alright, how's everything looking out there? Alright, I think we're there. How is all that looking out there so far? I'm just gonna wait a bit, because I want to make sure everything is running alright. How's the sound and the connection out there? Seems like we might be having some connection issues. See if I can do anything about that. I think we're having some connection issues again. So where can I fix this? Because everything looks green, but you're telling me I have issues. So What can we do about that? Okay. Is everything looking green now? I think everything's looking green now, right? So I'm getting mixed signals between OBS and YouTube. One's telling me green, one's telling me not. Don't think we're getting audio now, are we? Let me see if I can change that. Is my audio? Is that sounding better? There, I think that sounded alright. Let me know if there's any issues with the audio or lag again. But I think it's fixed. Everything's looking better on my end. I think it looks better out there too. Alright, so let's explain what's going on here. We are playing Final Fantasy X. One of my absolute favorite Final Fantasy games. That sound perfect. Next to the new Final Fantasy VII Remake, because that's my absolute new favorite, but this has been my favorite up till not too long ago. And we're going to do something a little different. We are playing the final Sphere Grid mod by Puppenblut. So, just opening up the mod, we find ourselves on the airship. And there's a few things we can do right away, including
You're counting on me.
all the usual side missions, but what makes this mod a little different is that all the characters are nerfed a bit. Weapons and leveling up has changed, the sphere grid has changed. If we check out Wonka, we find out everyone's here in the center. And we can go down each of the different paths here, which will give us different abilities. So we can choose right away how we want everyone to level up. Another thing is that we get a few weapons right out the bat. Because we're so nerfed, we have quite a few to choose from, depending on the situation. And in any other game, starting out with this equipment would be rather OP. However, the difficulty curve here is quite exponential. I've tested this out a little bit and found some very tough monsters very early on thanks to this mod. Aeons have also been nerfed to be 50% weaker. Which means we can't rely on them as much as we used to be able to, which is fine.
We've been through a lot, yeah? And hey, we're not finished yet.
So if we wanted, we could go right to the inside of Sin and the end game. You can check out everywhere in Spira. Or
Here we go!
if we go over to Besaid, we can actually trigger a new game plus and continue on the story as normal. Which is what I think we'll do, just to get a clear understanding of how this game is actually going to work for us. And since Besaid typically has the weakest monsters, let me show you exactly how different things are. As you can see, this is Lulu's turn and she has no magic whatsoever to use. We have attack and items. Trigger command shows talk and struggle, which do nothing in this particular instance. And you'll notice her doll's a little different this time. In fact, everyone's weapons are a little different. Lulu is actually holding a seagull. Kamari has the Brotherhood sword, and Waka is actually holding a cactuar. So let's see what Lulu can do against the coyote or the dingo. Nothing. Like usual, she can't hit with a dab. Now let's check out Waka, who at the beginning of any Final Fantasy game will be able to take out the Condor in one hit. It's only doing 20. Looks like we're freezing a bit. Of course, with any mod, there's going to be issues. So I'm hoping it doesn't crash, but it looks like we're having some minor technical difficulties right away. Lulu's frozen, and so is Kamari. Now, what's going on here? I seem to have trouble doing a modded version. Let's see. I may have to reopen this. Alright, so let's see if we can't get this working now. So we're back to this. Now the other thing they give us, to make things a little easier, is the ability that every character can summon Aeons now through the item menu. So, let's have our Lulu summon Ixion and see how that works for us. Of course, some of the camera angles are going to be a little off because the original program has no idea how to deal with other characters summoning Aeons except for Yuna. I have to change some more settings if it's going to keep doing this. I think our screen froze.
Yeah. It'll take more than one shot to do the job.
Why don't you let the boy handle that one?
This is unfortunate. I wasn't having issues like this prior to trying to stream it. As I was testing it out, it was not freezing like this. But since we have to redo this battle over again, I might as well show another feature Puppenblut gives us right off the bat to make things a little easier, and that is Guided Missile. So this is an unlimited item, like Summon, that every character is able to use. So you can see, things are quite different in this mod. Now right over here, we have what would have been the second scripted battle
Another one of
with the
those.
zoo.
No problem. Leave this one to me, huh? Say goodnight, birdie. Ow!
Now, of course, we don't have the move we need that we would usually use, which would be Dark Attack. So this is where Struggle actually comes in handy. So we can use this in lieu of normal attack
Yeah.
to continue on with the scripted battle. Now, let's see what happens when Kamari summons Anima. Now, let's have him summon Ifrit. Quite impressive. Now, he has used but no items. Black Magic, the usual fire spell. Under skills, he'll have Power Break, Meteor Strike, and the usual Aeon commands. I think we'll try and use Power Break on him. Which seems to be working alright so far. You can see Ifrit doing only 44 damage. It's not a whole lot. At our overdrive. And there it is. So let's try out Ifrit's overdrive. See what kind of damage it does in this mode. Titus is not liking this game at all. You can see it's nice that Ifrit seems to have a new ability out here, being something similar to auto potion or regen. I think I'm going to fool around with the settings for the next time we do this. Try and make things run a little smoother. Because I'm getting quite a bit of lag, aren't I? Almost got this bird taken down, then we can move on. So Ifrit's able to spam overdrives pretty quick. Not doing a huge amount of damage right off the bat. So I think usually if Ifrit encountered this beast, they'd be able to take him down right away, right off, getting him off the killer. Only 300 more to go. And then we can move on to the first scripted battle we would usually have here. Not the first, but the first Garuda battle. This overdrive of Hellfire should take down our precise tree. There we go. Oh. That's gonna give us some trouble for the last little bit, eh? Now the one thing I haven't checked is if that auto heal ability takes up our potions. Don't think it does, because it looks like we have max potions. And we get a little map of everything as well. Now, let's try switching out Kamari for Titus. And then we'll heal up Lou a bit. Now this would have been the first scripted battle where we would use Yuna to summon.
A flyer! That's your department, right?
True, true. But, why don't we let our summoner show us what she's made of?
So let's bring out Yuna like we usually would.
Your first real battle. Let's see some style.
Show us what your training has taught you.
That
Yuna.
leg is catching up
Okay.
to us, isn't it? So I think for this one, let's see what Anima can do. So, Anima starts off with quite a few specialty attacks. So let's start up with Dark Attack like we should have. Because even as weak as Anima is right now, nothing can hit her. And now as for Black Magic, you get quite a few options, including Death and Bio. If we go ahead and use Pain, we have no problem taking down Garuda. At least I imagine so. And look at that. And we are losing our screen again. And we're crashing. So unfortunate. See, I don't understand why I didn't have as many problems as I do now. We're all the way back here. So I think just to hurry and get back to a point where we want to be, let's use Guided Missile.
Another one of those. No problem. Say good. Yeah.
Alright, now this time we'll have Kamari use Guided Missile and get on with this.
A flyer! That's your...
True. Why don't we let our summoner...
let's just get on with this. And you can see, for whatever reason, Riku's wielding a sword. Again. Why do you like giving us trouble like this? Let's see if we can... maybe lower some of this, and that'll give us a better results. I think that seems to be working a little bit better. Then there goes the... So let's go ahead and try and get past this again without any more issues. Damn it. That chance of death that Dingo has is just annoying. I'll try not to use these top 3 potions because they are infinite. I will use our items as we properly should.
Another one of those. No problem. Leave this one to me, huh? Say good night, birdie.
Let's just move past this. Everything seems to be working a lot better now.
A flyer!
True. Why don't we let our summer... Your first real battle.
Show us what you're... Okay.
Let's see if Bahamut's a little different. And hopefully after this, we don't crash again. helmet does look impressive, but nothing beats Anima's design in this game. So he knows all the elemental spells. His impulse and a simple attack. His overdrive feels pretty quick as well. So let's see if we can keep up with that. Okay, so far so good. Don't think we lagged as much through that one. Perfect. I think those settings helped out quite a bit. That's looking good. Of course, Bahamut is slow as all can be. Might as well as go out with a bang. There goes Bahamut, taken down by a Gerudo. How is that even possible? And I can see there are a couple summons missing from here. Those two naming being Yojimbo and the Mega Sisters. However, everyone else is here. Including the Lady Shiva. Kicks aren't that strong, but Heavenly Strike does some damage. No, not that much. see how much damage her diamond dust can do. Just enough to get the job done. Alright, and we didn't freeze that time around. We are making progress. Well, at least as far as troubleshooting is concerned. Now, in order to trigger the entire storyline, we need to do just one thing. And that's talk to Waka.
It's an ancient custom. People leaving the island pray here for a safe trip. Chapu didn't pray that day. Said he'd miss his boat.
Chapu.
That should do it.
Now there is one more scripted battle on Besaid, down this slope towards Besaid Village. However, that scripted battle involves Lulu and her magic. And if you will recall, Lulu has none. And it's unfortunate that you get stuck in this loop, where Lulu can't do anything but use the struggle command, and Titus can only attack. And you can wear down the flan to a certain point, because it will never attack you back. But if it gets weak enough, it'll use water on itself. Healing. For an elemental affinity. Now, I'm not sure if it'll run out of MP, but considering Lulu will only ever do 3 points of damage and Titus will only ever do 5, it's a long slog just to get it down to use the water the first time. So I'd recommend, if you want to go to Besaid Village, save up till Lulu can learn her magic. And just in case we end up freezing again somewhere along the line, we're going to save sporadically. Another thing to mention, if you download this mod, it overwrites save 33, where you start on the airship. So make sure you keep that safe, or if you have other save files, that it's not something important that gets overwritten. And reportedly, from the mod page, this one is compatible with every other mod that you want to download except for save file mods. Which makes sense. Let's get Yuna out of there. And let's bring in Riku. We can't do anything. So let's try
I
Orin.
foresee no difficulty.
And Orin's only doing 3 points of damage. So you can see how weak all these characters are. And there is a reason for that. Even though, if we go check out what equipment Orin's on, he's got magic, MP, and magic defense. And Waka, who has 20 and plus 5 strength, isn't doing a whole lot of damage. Because if you go to our stats here, everything has been reduced significantly. So let's change up some of our equipment as we go. And see if it makes any difference for us. And let's get some AP going. Let's try and get another dingo. Perfect.
Jeez, tougher than...
And now Orin still can't hit anything fast. Now he's doing a little bit better, but 30 damage still isn't a lot for him. That's only slightly better than Waka. So you can see just how weak everyone is to start. I always find it how funny it is when they hold weapons that aren't their own. It's just so awkward. So let's do... Nah, we won't do any grinding. I might save that for in between episodes. Right now we'll just face whatever comes our way. You're not doing hot. Oh, there goes our Riku. Let's do guided missile. So we actually got someone to level up. Riku, of course, because she has the fastest growth is for when you get hers later in the game. Here we go. But I'll let them go to the boat first. Get their blessings. Yeah, I thought one of you gave me something. So here we go, setting off for the first time in this mod. Now there were a few others I wanted to add on to this, because there were a few different texture mods I wanted to add on. But I just could not get them to work, even by themselves, let alone with this mod. So unfortunately, we'll leave those behind for now. But
Goodbye.
we'll probably revisit it in the future, whenever we can get it to work. So now we leave Besaid Village and Besaid Island on our way to Kilika.
Who?
Titus, you're such a child.
Come to think of it, I haven't told you where we're going.
No, you haven't.
First to Kilika Island. Then we change boats and head for Luca. For that, though, Yuna's gotta pray at the temple. I'll be guarding. We'll be praying for the Aurochs' victory, too, so you come along, yeah?
Great plan.
Hey, it is a great plan.
Don't look at me.
Yeah, I wouldn't get involved in the middle of that either.
We'll be praying for the Aurochs' victory.
I don't know.
Oh, Lulu. Lulu's the absolute best. She takes shit from no one. It is still one of the kindest women you'll ever meet.
Ooh, them's fascinating clothes you're wearing.
And then there's this guy, Owaka.
Yeah! Filthy, filthy. These won't sell. All me name's not Owaka. Don't look like you got much money, either. I've no business with you. Out of me way.
Who do you think you are?
Owaka the 23rd. Merchant extraordinaire.
Owaka the who?
Don't know me? Well, not many do. Not yet.
Yeah, I'm not sure what giving money to Owaka will do here, because it's so different. I'm not sure if any of the items he'll give us later on are going to be worth it, but we'll treat the game as normal. Nope, no more items in there.
But someday, the night... Say, lad, you wouldn't have a bit of guilt.
Yeah, sure. Because just in case he does have some good items later on, we'll want a deal. So I believe we have to give him 100,000 or 1,000,000 gil?
I guess it pays to ask. Fine seed money for the Owaka merchant empire.
I'll have to double check that. The power room. I always love this scene.
What the heck is that?
What the heck is what?
What is this place?
The power room, like it says on the door?
Yeah, but why the big birds?
What's so strange about chocobo power?
Chocobos? Those are chocobos?
What? You've never seen a chocobo? What kind of backwater island did you come from, anyway?
Miracles and oddities were starting to become daily routine on this trip.
La 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 la.
Oh, I love the chocobos.
I'm not at liberty to talk about our plan.
Restricted area. Our operation depends on this cargo.
If people think you're with us, you'll be excommunicated too. Some things you're better off not knowing. Take it from me.
So, considering what they're shipping in here, that means there was something on Besaid Island that they captured, right? I would have liked to have seen that monster before they captured it. Now, even though we're doing a mod, and I played this through a bunch of times, we'll try not to spoil too much, but we all know what's behind those doors.
Word is, that summoner's got noble blood. I heard she's Lord Braska's daughter. You don't say.
Lord Braska's daughter? So, is Yuna's father famous or something?
She's the daughter of High Summoner Braska. You saw his statue at the temple. Lord Braska defeated Sin 10 years ago. Yuna's the heir to a great legacy.
It's tough when your father's famous.
Huh?
Waka's a bit lacking in the imagination department.
Huh?
Thanks, Lulu. I'll keep that in mind.
Let's change up some more of this equipment before we forget.
The wind. It's nice.
Oh, these two awkward kids.
You're a blitzball player, aren't you? From Xanarkin, right?
You hear that from Waka?
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Waka. Waka doesn't believe me at all.
But I believe you.
Huh?
I've heard in Xanarkin there is a great stadium, all lit up, even at night.
Huh?
Great blitzball tournaments are held there, and the stands are always full.
How do you know that?
A man named Jack told me. He was my father's guardian.
Checked. Checked.
Checked. My father. His name is Jecht.
Amazing! You know, our meeting like this must be the blessing of Yevon.
No, it's not.
Sounds like him, but it can't be him.
Why not?
My old man, he died. 10 years ago, off the coast of Xanarkin.
I'm sorry.
He went out to sea for training one day, and never came back. And no one's seen him since then.
Why, that's the day that Jecht came to Spira.
But,
It's true, I first met Jecht 10 years and 3 months ago. I remember that was the day my father left. The date fits, doesn't it?
Yeah, but how would he get here?
You're here? Are you
True
not?
enough. And now the trouble starts. As Sin attacks.
think you're doing? Stick a harpoon in him and we'll all get dragged under.
Zin is going for Kilika. We gotta distract it. Our families are in Kilika. Forgive us, Lady Summoner.
Wait! Oh boy!
Good shot. We got a hook now. So, how should we go about this? Guided missile would be nice and easy. Well, let's try a summon and see what that does for us. Because I don't want to rely on guided missile too much. Not unless we absolutely have to help grind. That's it. That's gonna be a long time. Damn. Far too slow. This isn't good. Palafor just cannot hit hard enough. We were able to clear them all, but that does us absolutely no good.
When's this going to end? The fin, quick!
quite a bit after that overdrive. And there goes Valfor. That's unfortunate. Of course he can't attack that. Because this is a scripted battle, we lost Orin and Riku somehow. And only doing 21 points of damage is not going to do us a whole lot. Kamari, where'd you go? Are they coming back? I think I'm gonna have to start that over. We lost Kamari. Don't think I can skip this. That's unfortunate.
The wind. It's nice. You're a blitzball player, aren't you? From Xanarkand, right?
You hear that from Waka?
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Waka. Waka doesn't believe me at all.
But I believe you.
Huh?
I've heard in Xanarkand there is a great stadium, all lit up, even at night.
Huh?
Great blitzball tournaments are held there, and the stands are always full.
How do you know that?
A man named Jack told me. He was my father's guardian.
Jet. My father. His name is Jecht.
It's a miracle.
Amazing! You know, our meeting like this must be the blessing of Yevon.
Sounds like him, but it can't be him.
Why not?
My old man, he died. 10 years ago, off the coast of Xanarkand.
I'm sorry.
He went out to sea for training one day, and never came back. And no one's seen him since then.
Why, that's the day that Jekt came to Spira.
But,
It's true, I first met Jekt 10 years and 3 months ago. I remember that was the day my father left. The date fits, doesn't it?
yeah, but how would he get here?
You're here? Are you not?
Now here we go again. It's Sin.
What do you think you're doing? Stick a harpoon in him and we'll all get dragged under.
Zin is going for Kilika. We gotta distract it. Our families are in Kilika.
Wait! Oh boy!
Alright, let's try this one more time. Even Kamari is pretty useless because we don't have Lancet. So let's bring out Waka. I think right now he's the only one who can actually attack Sin directly. Good. That's a lot of damage. And he missed. missed. Come on. Say we bring out Shiva this time. Nope, I guess. Only Yuna can summon now. So that's unfortunate. That's something we've known then. Yeah, I can still hear them running off screen. Well, that's unfortunate. But I think we'll leave it there. And we'll continue on next time. I'll do a little more troubleshooting. And maybe I'll grind a bit on Besaid, and we'll get back to this point a little bit later when we have a few more attacks we can do. So until then, we'll see you guys next time.